Klay Thompson scored 27 points, Stephen Curry had 23, and the Golden State Warriors capitalized on Anthony Davis's injury absence for a 134-120 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday night. Andrew Wiggins had 17 points for the 10th-place Warriors, who hit 26 of their 41 three-point attempts, including an astonishing 16 of 23 from Curry, Thompson and Draymond Green, who went 5 for 5 in the first half by himself. Golden State's 26 threes were the most allowed in a game by the Lakers. The Warriors 44-35 have won 8 of 9 down the stretch to move within a half game of 9th-place Los Angeles 45-35. Golden State also won the head-to-head tiebreaker between the rivals, putting home court advantage for a potential 9-10 play-in game next week in the Warriors' hands over their final 3 regular season games. LeBron James had 33 points, 11 assists and 7 rebounds for the Lakers, who had won 8 of 9 before taking back-to-back home losses in the past 3 days. Austin Reeves added 22 points and Rui Hachimura had 20, while D'Angelo Russell struggled to 14 points on 3 of 11 shooting. Davis sat out due to the aftereffects of being hit in the head by Minnesota's Kyle Anderson in the Lakers' loss to the Timberwolves last Sunday night. Without its all-star big man, Los Angeles couldn't defend the Warriors effectively and missed the chance to move into 8th place past struggling Sacramento, 45-34, which blew a big second-half lead and lost to Oklahoma City. The Warriors played freely on offense without Davis in the middle, and Green improbably matched his total three-pointers from his previous 9 games combined and tied his career record for most threes in one half. The Warriors made 12 of their first 17 three-point attempts, and they went 20 of 32 in the first 3 quarters overall. James came out looking for his shot aggressively, finishing the first half with 14 points. But the Lakers couldn't keep up with the Warriors, who scored 10 consecutive points in the final 1:23 of the third quarter to leap to a 17-point lead. Curry returned after taking a game off to rest with 6 three-pointers without a miss along with 8 assists and 7 rebounds. Wiggins returned from a 2-game absence with an ankle injury. Giannis Antetokounmpo left late in the third quarter with a calf injury, but the Milwaukee Bucks hung on to beat the Boston Celtics 104-91 on Tuesday night in a game that featured an NBA record-low total of 2 free throw attempts. Milwaukee snapped a 4-game skid as Patrick Beverley had 20 points and 10 rebounds after the Bucks shook up their lineup by having the veteran guard start ahead of Malik Beasley, who came off the bench for the first time all season. Antetokounmpo was heading up the court late in the third quarter after a Celtics basket when he grabbed his left calf and took a seat. The 2-time MVP was helped off the floor, and cameras showed him heading to the locker room under his own power. Antetokounmpo had 15 points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists, and he also attempted the game's only free throws. He went 1 of 2 from the line in the first quarter. The Celtics became the first team in NBA history to go an entire game without attempting a free throw. The previous record for fewest combined attempts in a game was 11. Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis scored 15 points apiece, and Damian Lillard and Chris Middleton added 12 apiece. The Celtics, who already have clinched the NBA's best regular season record and number 1 overall playoff seed, were playing without Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis. Horford was unavailable due to a sprained left big toe, and the Celtics are managing Porzingis' workload after he missed 5 games last month with a sprained right hamstring. Jason Tatum scored 22 points to lead the Celtics. Jaylen Brown had 14 points and 10 rebounds. Lopez went 4 of 5 on 3-point attempts in the opening 6 minutes to set the tone for a first quarter in which the Bucks shot 14 of 18 overall and 8 of 10 from 3-point range. The Bucks extended their lead to 47-23 on Portis' dunk with 8:02 left in the second quarter. The Bucks led 63-43 at halftime. Antetokounmpo's injury occurred during a 14-4 Celtics run that closed the third quarter and helped Boston cut Milwaukee's lead to 78-67. The Bucks responded by scoring the first 7 points of the fourth quarter, including 5 straight from Chris Middleton. The Bucks stayed in front by double digits the rest of the way. Victor Wembanyama had 18 points, 7 blocks, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Julian Champagnie added 17 points, and the San Antonio Spurs rode a third-quarter burst to a 102-87 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday night. Sandro Mamukelashvili added a career-best 16 rebounds along with 11 points as the Spurs snapped a 13-game losing streak to the Grizzlies. San Antonio had not beaten Memphis since December 23, 2020. Blake Wesley scored 13 points. Jordan Goodwin had a career-best 19 rebounds while scoring 10 points for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark, Scottie Pippen Jr. and Trey Jemison each had 14 points for Memphis. The Spurs led 49-48 at halftime, then blew the game open in the third quarter. San Antonio began the period with a 25-9 run and led 77-61 heading into the fourth. Whether it was the Spurs' defense or poor shooting, Memphis made only 4 shots in the quarter, missing 7 of 8 three-point attempts. San Antonio stretched its lead to 20 in the fourth. Both teams lost all hopes of making the postseason some time ago. Memphis is 13th in the Western Conference, San Antonio sits at the bottom in 15th. That trend continued Tuesday night again with 13 Memphis players not dressing, leading to the Grizzlies using their 50th starting lineup this season. The Spurs had a half dozen players out with various ailments.